Good morning, everyone. Praised be Jesus and Mary, now and forever. Let us begin our class for today with a prayer. Kindly lead a prayer, Miss Iraville. Let us be aware of the holy presence of God. Let us open our hearts to the Lord and pray. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. We thank you for this reading, Lord. We come to you today asking for your guidance, wisdom, and support us as we begin this meeting. Help us to engage in meaningful discussion. Allow us to grow closer as a group and nurture our bonds. Fill us with your grace, Lord God, as we make decisions. And continue to remind us that all that we do here today, all that we accomplish is for the pursuit of truth, for the greater glory of you, and for the service of humanity. The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, good morning once again, class. Beadle, do we have any absent for today? Oh, that's good to hear. So nobody is absent today. Okay, so how are you? How did you spend your Christmas? I'm happy that you enjoyed your Christmas holiday with your family. And I also have already checked your assignments, and I was amazed that you wrote very beautiful short stories using models. Great job, and I will be sending your scores to our Google Classroom. You can check it now. Oh, and we have a visitor here. It's Mr. Santa Claus giving gifts to the good children of Section Rizal. He just delivered these gifts with a message for you to listen attentively, participate, and of course, have fun, okay? So, if you participate in our discussion and our activities today, you will be receiving these gifts that is worth 20 points each, okay? You can also interact with me by opening your cameras and your microphone, and of course you can also raise your hand if you have any questions and clarifications. Do you understand? Okay, and now to check whether you still remember or understand really our topic yesterday, we will have our 5-item true or false review. Okay, so I want you now to open your camera and give a thumbs up if the statement is true and thumbs down if the statement is false. Okay, are you ready? Let's begin. The first statement, kindly read it, Miss Ranjik. May is the only model that can be used for asking and giving permission. Is this a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Okay, so everybody said it's a thumbs down. Well, let's check. It is false. It is a thumbs down and very good. Next, we have will and shall are the only models that can refer to the future time. So is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Okay, so the answer is a thumbs down because it's a false statement. And our third statement we have here, can kindly read it, Mr. Glenn. We can use models to express our attitudes. So is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Okay, I see a lot of you giving a thumbs up. Very good, because it is true. It's a thumbs up. Next statement, model form questions by inversion. Is it true or false? A thumbs up or a thumbs down? Let's check. It's true. It's a thumbs up. Very good. And last, we have here should and ought do not have the same meaning. So is it true or false? Okay, let's check. It's a false statement because should and ought has the same meaning. Very good, well done. Kindly give yourself a round of applause. Well done, section Rizal. I'm happy that you really understood our discussion yesterday about models. Now, who can answer me on what is the role of models in sentences? Okay, so Miss Amy raised her hand. Yes, kindly open your microphone to answer. Modal verbs help express attitudes such as ability, possibility, permission, and suggestion. That is correct. And of course, models can also have different meanings depending on their context. Very good. I'm happy and I can read also your answers in the chat box. Well done. And now that we are done with our review, we will now go to another topic. But first, we need to play a game called Guess That Gibberish. Do you know this game? Okay, I'm glad that you know this game because this is a very trending and famous in Instagram. Okay, let's begin with the first gibberish. Saber Habajek. What could this gibberish mean? So you need to find the closest word that could relate to these gibberish words, right? Okay, so what could this mean? I see in the comment section, subject. Is it subject? Let's see. It is. Very good. So next we have Ant Ogaramend. What could this gibberish word means? Okay, agreement. Is it agreement? Let's check. It is agreement. Very good. And last gibberish we have here Veer Rob. Verb, that is correct, Mr. Charles. This is verb. Okay. So from the three words, what do you think could be our topic or lesson for today? Very good, Miss Christine. It is subject verb agreement. So our discussion today is all about subject verb agreement. Now, does any of you have any background knowledge about what subject verb agreement could mean? Yes, Mr. J, you can open your mic if you want to answer. I think subject verb agreement talks about the special way in which a verb and a subject work together to make a sentence correct. That is correct, Mr. J. I am happy that you took notice and close attention to the context clues to answer. Very good. And yes, subject verb agreement is the relationship of the subject with the verb and that they should agree in number. And we will tackle and elaborate that more in our discussion today. And now for our discussion to be guided, I have here our objectives. Kindly read it, Miss Nella Joy. So at the end of the lesson, the students are able to first identify the rules in subject verb agreement, second, compose clear and coherent sentences using rules of subject verb agreement, and third, write a script that contains the correct subject verb agreement rules. Okay, thank you for that, Miss Nella Joy. And now that we already know our objectives, I believe you are very excited to have a collaboration. So let's work together. And I have grouped you into three groups. Okay, I have already made your group chats. The first group will be the Snow Angels group, composing of Jay, Iraville, Hannah V, Ronji, and Glenn. Our second group, the Gingerbread Man, is composed of Joyce Christine, Rajan, Zaftani, Princess Jane, and Charles. And our last group, the group 3, Nutcracker Soldiers, we have here Miss Amy, Nila Joyce, Mary Jacent, Gian, and Via Hamon. Okay, take note of your group mates. Okay, have you found your GC now? Very good. So for our first activity for today, I have already sent it in your GC, your group chat. Yes, I have already sent the three, I mean, 9 subject verb agreement rules, and I have assigned the first, second, and third agreement rules to the Snow Angels, the fourth, fifth, and sixth agreement rules to the Gingerbread Man, and the Nutcracker Soldiers will have the seventh, eighth, and ninth subject verb agreement rules. So what you are going to do is that you need to brainstorm. You can chat, interact with each other, work together, search in the internet for more information, so you will learn more about what those subject agreement rules could mean, and you need to present them in the class and provide your own sentences, example sentences with each of the subject verb agreement rules. Okay, I will be giving you 5 minutes to complete this task. So, is my instruction clear? Did you get it, or do you have any more questions about it? None? Okay, your time will start now. 5 minutes, and let's go. Okay, so now you only have 3 minutes, and time's up. Your time is up. Okay, so I believe all the group is done with their task, and let us begin with the first group, which is the Snow Angels group. So our Snow Angels group, you can now present your slide, your PPT. Okay, very good, Snow Angels group. You have explained your the first three subject agreement rules very clearly, and I see here your examples, which are also correct. And I believe that the class understood your presentation very well. Do you agree, class? Give us a raise your hands if you agree with me that you really understood their lesson. Okay? Okay, so to really check if you really understood and remembered their discussion, we will have our one item, fill in the blank type of test. The dog who is chewing on my jeans is R, usually very good. Okay, you can type in the chat box if your answer is yes, is if your answer is is or R. Okay, I have seen a lot of is in the chat box, and that is correct because the verb is here is referring to the dog and not to the additional information about the dog. Okay, very good. Next, we have here the group 2 gingerbread man. You can now present your slide. Okay, give hand to gingerbread man. They also have explained their subject verb agreement rules 4, 5, and 6. It was very comprehensible. Okay, so do you have any questions regarding the presentation of group 2? None? Okay, to check if you really understood their topic, we will have another one item to test whether you really listened to the discussion of group 2. Okay, kindly read the statement, Miss Amy. The cow and the pig is are jumping over the moon. You can type your answers in the chat box. I have seen a lot of R answers in the chat box. Okay, very good. The answer is R. So the cow and the pig are jumping over the moon. So why is it R? Yes, can we have Miss Zaftani to answer? Why is it R and why not is? Yes, very good, because the subjects are plural. The cow and the pig, and they're not the same thing, so we will use are as a plural verb. Very good, and we have here our last presenter, group 3, the Nutcracker Soldiers. You can now present your slide. Thank you for that, Nutcracker Soldiers. Now, do you have any question regarding their discussion? None? Okay, so to check again if you really listened to their discussion, kindly read the statement, Miss Gian. Jess or Chris are to blame for the lost toy. So what could be the answer? Okay, in the chat box, I have seen a lot of is answers. So is it is? So what could be the answer? Yes? Miss Via raised a hand. So the answer is because Jess or Chris is to blame for the lost toy because of the word or, because it could be either of them. Very good. I see, and I'm happy that you really listened and you understood the discussion of the groups. Give yourselves a hand. Okay, very good. So now you will be receiving these gifts. So these are worth 20 points because I'm happy that you really understood our discussion and you interacted well with your classmates. And for the additional surprise, you will be choosing one of these gifts by group. Yes, you can choose the green or the red or the striped red and blue gift. Okay, I will be giving you a minute to decide which gift you should choose, or would you like to choose? Okay, so we have here our questions for each gift because this is an additional information which is a surprise and a meaningful insight for all of us. Okay, for the group who chose the red gift, your question is, what do you think is the importance of knowing the subject verb agreement? And for the group who chose the green gift, your question will be, how does using the correct subject verb agreement help you in communicating with others? Okay? And the last gift, how does it improve your written and communicative skills? I will be giving you 2 minutes to formulate your answers, and one will be there will be only one sharer, okay, for all your brainstormed answers. Okay, let's start with the first group, the Snow Angels group, to choose the box, the blue gift. Okay, I'm happy that you understood how it improved your written and communicative skills. Yeah, so we can now check the possible errors in our messages and enhance our sentence structure abilities to improve our overall written and communication skills. Very good. Now for the group 2, the gingerbread man, they chose the green gift. So you can explain or share your answers now. Okay, thank you for that, group 2. And yes, subject verb agreement equips us with the knowledge on how to produce good sentences and to express ideas and feelings effectively with others to prevent misunderstanding. Yes, very good. Thank you for that, group 2. And now for the last group, the Nutcracker Soldiers, who chose the red gift. You can start sharing your ideas now. Thank you for that, group 3. And yes, we must understand that without the correct subject verb agreement rules, your ideas and arguments will not come across clearly in either written or oral communication because you will be confusing your audience. The audience will not understand what you want to convey because your message will be unclear and vague to the listeners or the readers. Very good. I'm happy that you answered it correctly and gave your ideas when you brainstormed with your group mates. Well done. I'm happy that you understood the importance of subject verb agreement rules. And because of that, Santa will now give you another gift. Okay, these gifts are worth 20 points for each group. Congratulations. Can we give yourself a hand? Very good. And now that we are done with our first activity, I believe that you are now equipped with the knowledge on the subject verb agreement rules and you are ready to work together again to create a script. Okay, this is another fun activity called Let's Write a Script. So using the discussed subject verb agreement rules, you will now create a script together with the same group, and I will be giving you 10 minutes to collaborate to use the subject verb agreement rules and After that, you will be presenting this to the class. Okay? You can have any scenario. Do you have any questions regarding our instruction for this activity? Yes, it's the same group. Okay, so now you're ready? Don't worry because after this, you will again receive another gift from Santa Claus. So you really need to work together and apply the subject verb agreement rules that we discussed earlier, okay? So your 10 minutes start now. Okay, I only have 5 minutes, 3 minutes, and time's up. Okay, so are you done with your script now? Very good. Let's begin with the Snow Angels group to present their script in the class. Very good, Snow Angels group. Now can we have the second group? I will be giving my reactions at the end of every presentation. I mean all of you, when all of you have already presented. Okay, the next group, the gingerbread man. Well done. Okay, the last group, the Nutcracker Soldiers. You can present your slide now. Mm-hmm. Very good. All of you has done a great job. I see that you applied the subject verb agreement rules very well, and your script was also interesting. The storylines were connected with our discussion today. And just like the first script, the Snow Angel script, the officer was giving instructions regarding the rules of the traffic regulations to the cyclist. And yes, like we use our subject verb agreement rules, we also need to um, apply this in our written and oral communication so that we will not be misunderstood by our readers. And of course, the second group, they presented a script that says, Mrs. Anderson, use the script to bake the carrot cake. We should also follow Mrs. Anderson's example of using the recipe to make a delicious cake, and we should also follow the rules of the subject verb agreement so that our sentences will be not only beautiful but also comprehensible to our listeners. And lastly, the third group, they presented a script about the obedience to God. And listening to Christian songs, I was really intrigued. Was it personal? Yes, I was happy to hear that you still is very loyal and faithful to God, and you really obey to the commandments of God. And just like those scripts and lines, we really should also obey. We should follow the subject verb agreement rules so that we can convey our messages effectively and, of course, clearly to our audience. Once again, very good, great job, everyone. And all of you has done a great job, so you will receive 20 points each. Kindly give yourself a hand. Congratulations once again. And now to check your understanding regarding our discussion, if you really understood, and to evaluate if you could really apply this in writing sentences, we will have now a quiz. Okay, so get ready for the quiz time. So I will be sending you the link in our GC. It is in Google Doc form, and there you will have a quiz about using the right subject verb agreement rules, which is 5 items. Okay, I will be giving you 5 minutes to finish this quiz because it's easy, and we all of this was discussed in our classroom today. Okay, done. Very good. All of you got the correct answer. I'm happy that you still remember our discussion from the groups and the importance of the subject verb agreement rules. Now, before we end our class, I want you to complete the phrase, and the most important lesson I learned today is you can send your answers in the chat box, or you can raise a hand and recite your answers. Okay, we have here Miss Jacent who raised her hand. You can share your answer now. Okay, very good. I see similar answers in the group in the chat box. And that is correct. Observing the correct subject verb agreement is essential. It's essential so that a reader or a listener can clearly receive the message when communicating. Yes, that is correct. And so your sentences in your paragraph or stories will also be cohesive, or it relates um, with the number of the subject and the verb correctly. Okay, very good. So, do you have any clarifications regarding our discussion today? Do you have any questions before we end our class? None? Okay, so now I will be giving you an assignment to further elaborate or give your insights about the subject verb agreement rules. So, what you are going to do is to write a 2 stanza, 4 lines poem about your family, incorporating, of course, the discussed subject verb agreements, and remember to underline the nouns and the verbs used in your poem. You can write a poem about your family in Christmas, your achievements that you and your family spend together, your vacation. You can write those scenarios. Okay? You can refer to this rubric here. You can take a screenshot so that your the creation or the creating your poem would be easier and would be guided. Okay, done. Okay, once again, Merry Christmas, everyone, and well done. I believe all of you really understood our topic for today because you answered and participated in our activities very attentively, and you were very energetic also. So thank you very much for your participation, and you will now we will now end our class with all those knowledge that you have learned regarding the subject verb agreement rules. So Merry Christmas, everyone. Now let's end our class with a prayer. Kindly lead the prayer, Miss Princess. Okay, thank you, class. And once again, Merry Christmas and advance Happy New Year. I hope you will spend your New Year with your. So, goodbye, everyone. Take care and God bless.